Disney princesses and main characters are iconic, but you know who's even better? Their sidekicks. Over the years, Disney sidekicks have brought tons of entertainment, and while many side characters got their own movies, Disney princess sidekicks are still waiting in line. We just wanted to give Disney a little hint, you know, just in case they ever consider making a Disney sidekick movie.
She's not a prisoner. She's our guest. We must make her feel welcome here.
Lumiere and Cogsworth from Beauty and the Beast. Seriously, these two are just amazing. They managed to entertain us during the live action just as much as they did in the original.
I was really going to tell him off this time.
Oh, Master, you've returned!
Lumiere used to be the castle's servant, and one of the few that speaks with a French accent. His animated personality stands out from the crowd, and he's pretty much adored by everyone. Even as a household object, he remained a beloved character. Cogsworth is much more serious, which makes him less appreciated in the castle. But when Cogs and Lumiere are together, they really show us the meaning of friendship. They're complete opposites that just work so well together. But did you know that their friendship has a deeper meaning? It's why we think these two deserve their own story. The animators who brought the characters to life actually have an adorable friendship of their own. Nick Ranieri and Will Finn are the animators behind Lumiere and Cogsworth. Nick is the taller one, and Will has a round face, similar to Cogsworth. According to behind-the-scenes stories, they share a similar humor and a whole lot of workplace stories. Honestly, we'd happily watch the banter between Lumiere and Cogsworth for a full hour. Just imagine if the story of the two animators was somehow incorporated in their own movie. Their friendship seems so pure, it really does deserve a bigger feature. Plus, they're one of our favorite Disney OTPs. As friends, of course.
Yeah.
Cogsworth, we beat the clock!
Mushu and Cricky Cricket from Mulan. Mushu is by far one of the most beloved sidekicks ever. How could you not love him?
Yes, I just woke up, fam. I am the Great Stone Dragon.
He was once a guardian spirit, but has since then been demoted. He's pretty comical, but often impulsive, which gives us some of the best scenes ever. Because of his demoted status, his ego has suffered a lot, which makes him quite selfish. But he loyally follows Mulan, which proves his heart is still in the right place. Cricky, on the other hand, is a lucky cricket, given to Mulan by Grandmother Fa. So it's clear that the two sidekicks are just meant to work together. Cricky also chooses to follow Mulan just like Mushu, and they even work together to help defeat Shan Yu. Although Cricky is less expressive than Mushu is due to the fact that he's, well, a cricket, but that doesn't mean his interactions with Mushu aren't appreciated. There are plenty of moments where Cricky easily steals the show. We'd love to see even more scenes between these two, and hopefully we will in the live action. As of January 2019, not much has been revealed about the Mulan live action, but we can't wait to see these two back in the game. Pascal from Tangled. Speaking of favorite characters, Rapunzel's Pascal brought us so many funny moments we feel like he needs a second chance. He was kind of forgotten at times, even though he did help Rapunzel and Flynn on their journey. Not to mention, he was absolutely hilarious. We know that Pascal lost his mom in a snake fight, which led him to discover Rapunzel's tower. As a character from a popular movie, Pascal was featured in several other projects, including Tangled the series and Tangled Ever After. But we genuinely love to see him have his very own full-featured story. And it wouldn't hurt if Maximus the horse was involved in that too. These two just make a perfect pair, and honestly, we'd love to see more of their crazy antics. Since Pascal doesn't speak, it might be harder to develop a storyline that focuses on him. With Pascal's comedic timing, we're sure Disney can pull this one off. Just imagine Pascal being paired with other Disney characters. Comedy is guaranteed, especially since we know that he's stayed true to his character even after Rapunzel enjoyed her happily ever after. Seriously, we have strong feelings about Pascal getting his very own movie.
No, Sven, I didn't get your carrots. But I did find us a place to sleep.
Sven from Frozen. Have you ever noticed how Sven the reindeer is pretty much a dog? He definitely has way more personality than any reindeer we have ever seen. Honestly, reindeers really are better than people. He's absolutely comical enough to have his own story featured more, and we honestly hope Frozen 2 will help with that. Sven can often be seen being playful, but he's also stern whenever Kristoff is on one of his antics. Can't blame Sven really, it's probably hard dealing with Kristoff all the time. We'd go nuts. In our ideal world, Sven would be in a sidekick movie along with Pascal and Maximus from Tangled. We feel like these three would be the perfect trio. Sven would definitely be the clumsiest of the two. We know that he's also easily distracted by things, which makes him even more funny. Honestly, he's so innocent and playful, it's absolutely perfect. Combine it with Olaf the snowman, and you have yourself a perfect sidekick story. Seriously, these two are just meant to be. We can already see this sidekick movie being a huge success, but wait until you see what we have in store for you as our #1 sidekick character. It's one of those that really is severely underrated. But more about that later. Let's carry on with the video.
And now, esteemed Effendi, we feast, all right.
Abu from Aladdin. Ever heard of monkeys being kleptomaniacs? Abu basically represents all monkeys that have to face that fate. Abu can't resist a good steal and can be seen quite selfish in that regard. But being with Aladdin makes Abu a better person, or better yet, a better monkey. And honestly, that's all that matters, doesn't it? Abu has had quite a redemption story throughout Aladdin, but we'd love to see more of him. He's been featured in quite a few video games and was even shown in The Return of Jafar, but having an individual story with just Abu would be absolutely glorious. Just imagine if Disney makes the Wreck-It Ralph 2 version of Disney's sidekicks. Put them all in one room and give us 1 hour of footage. We bet Abu would bring out some of the best comedy ever. Let's be honest, Aladdin wouldn't be the same without Abu, and this sidekick remained loyal despite being an obviously cheeky monkey. That alone shows his character has grown a lot in just one movie.
Why, you hairy little thief.
We really just wish Disney would honor him with his own movie.
Yeah, you go. I'll stand. What? Sharks? Ariel?
Flounder from The Little Mermaid. It's about time we get another look at The Little Mermaid, isn't it? But before live action is considered, we seriously think Flounder would be a candidate for an independent sidekick movie. Especially since he's not really an actual flounder fish, despite his name. Flounder is loyal and protective, which makes him a perfect character. Although he's quite scared of Ariel's free spirit, he really does stand by her side at all times. It takes a lot of courage to face your fears just to remain loyal to your friend. We don't want another Finding Nemo or anything like that, but we're sure Disney can come up with a story for Flounder. After all, he wasn't the focus of the story after Ariel went with Eric. We want to know what's been happening with him after Ariel's happily ever after. He has a larger role in The Little Mermaid, Ariel's beginning, but we're sure there's more scenarios Disney can put Flounder in, especially if they pair him up with other Disney sidekicks. Flounder definitely deserves a chance at showing more of his story. Just seeing what he does all day would make us happy. But then again, we'd also be happy seeing Flounder having a cameo in another Finding Nemo movie.
Cool. But, what is it?
He honestly has so much potential, we'd hate to see it go to waste. Come on, Disney, where you at?
Ah, you're an outcast. That's great, so are we.
What'd you do, kid?
Timon and Pumbaa from The Lion King. This one is totally a given, but the one we actually really want the most. It's been a while since we've seen Timon and Pumbaa anywhere, but Hakuna Matata remains the most iconic Disney song ever. These two buddies have definitely taken care of the comedic timing of the otherwise serious Lion King movie. We know they're coming back for the live action, which is fantastic news, but come on, it's really about time they get a well-deserved movie of their own. We could enjoy jokes and banter for days. The two actually did have their own show back in the day, and maybe it's time Disney brings it back. It was called Timon and Pumbaa, and it actually ran for 3 seasons, which is pretty impressive. We'll have to wait until the live action to see whether these two still have what it takes to make us laugh, but we're sure we won't be disappointed. And just for old time's sakes, let's bring it back to one of the most iconic moments in Disney songs. Yep, it's this one.
Hakuna Matata.
What?
Hakuna Matata.
Also, sorry for getting the song stuck in your head. We just had to.
Hey, I like dogs.
We have your dog.
Doug from Up. Here's one character that's not strictly Disney princess related, but that doesn't make him any less important than the others. Doug has had several cameos in other movies, but you probably know him best from Up. He's the happy-go-lucky dog who's kind to everyone he meets. He's good at following rules and is known to be easily distracted. He kind of reminds us of Sven from Frozen. Doug belongs to Charles Muntz, and the several scenes he's had in Up really made us see the potential in his character.
Please be my prisoner. Oh, please,
Please be my prisoner.
Honestly, Disney, can we make Doug the movie happen? We all know The Secret Life of Pets became hugely successful, so how about something like The Secret Life of Doug? He already had his own movie in Doug's Special Mission, where he was his own narrator, but that movie was still a short one, and it was meant to show how Doug got to wrestle in Carl.
Looks like a dog.
And that was the happiest day of my life.
We'd love to see what Doug is up to now. To spice it up, he could definitely have a storyline where he tries to protect his owner from the bad guys. You know, basically being a super dog.
10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck.
Genie from Aladdin. Where do we even begin with the Genie from Aladdin? Genie movies have always been a hoot. Honestly, we still haven't forgotten about Shaquille O'Neal's Kazam.
Listen. It's only because this world really gives me tension that I'm going to do something I don't ordinarily do.
Seriously, if you've never seen that movie, do yourself a favor and watch it. This proves that Genie movies do have the potential. Genie from Aladdin has been praised many times for his positive bursts of energy.
Yo, Rockman, haven't seen you in a few millennia. Give me some tassel. Yo.
Honestly, he's irreplaceable. He's so easygoing and friendly. You could put him in basically any movie. We know that the Aladdin live-action movie is coming, and we hope Genie gets the redemption he deserves to have.
That's a good move. I can't believe it. I'm losing to a rug.
Just imagine a sidekick movie with Genie and Abu. Honestly, it would have been the best thing ever. Genie has a pretty sweet job. Just imagine being able to grant people wishes.
You're gonna grant me any 3 wishes I want, right?
All they have to do is stick to the 3-wish rule, and that's it. But of course, Genie's biggest wish is to be actually freed from his lamp.
Genie, I wish for your freedom.
One bona fide prince pedigree coming up. What?
We really just want to see a story of Genie being free once and for all. Come on, Disney!
What you look like? Don't nobody gonna sing with Ray. Okay.
Ray from Princess and the Frog. And last but not least, it's Ray. Hear us out on this one.
Wait! I know this story.
If you're a fan of our Disney videos, you know we have strong feelings about Princess and the Frog. It's easily one of the most underrated Disney movies ever. Unlike other sidekicks, Ray the Firefly is one of the few that didn't really have any other appearance apart from the main movie.
By the time I introduce myself, my name Ramon, but everybody call me Ray.
Come on, who wouldn't want a Disney movie about fireflies? Ray actually has an adorable story in Princess and the Frog. He actually fell in love with a star.
How you can miss her? Well, she glowing right up there in front of y'all.
This was envisioned back in the early stages of Princess and the Frog, so it's nice to see that they kept the idea. Ray might be small, but he's incredibly friendly and helpful at all times. Just like other sidekicks, he helps the main character of the movie and is very loyal. He's also super eccentric and easily excitable, as well as angry when he needs to be. On top of that, he's very intelligent and basically acts like a father figure and a point of wisdom. Basically, he has a whole spectrum of emotion, which shows the potential of his character.
She's just speaking out of broken heart. That's all that is. Come on, Evangeline.
But because of the underrated nature of Princess and the Frog, Ray never got the attention he deserves.
There are plenty of fireflies in the swamp.
Keep shining bright, Raymond. Your time will come. Where can we put out a petition to make this happen? What do you think? Who's the most underrated Disney sidekick of all time? Come let us know in the comments. Would you rather see them in their own individual movies or a single movie with every Disney character ever? And that's it for our video. Don't forget to subscribe to The Things for more feel-good content. Thanks for watching. See you next time.